let me delete this guy. I hope everyone can see my screen. So basically, before you can actually add a slicer on your dashboard, that slicer is what we had or enable interactivity on your dashboard so that you'll be able to filter any part of the dashboard that you desire based on your requirements. But if you want to filter or you want the entire part of your dashboard to be interactive, you can actually do the same by actually configuring your slicer to perform the way you want it to perform. So let's assume I want to create another slicer on my dashboard. I want to be able to filter my dashboard based on some categories. So let me, slicer are actually created on a pivot table. Is created on a pivot table or a table. We can actually create slicer in two ways. Is either you create it on a table or on a pivot table. But in our case, we want to create it on a pivot table so that it will be interactive across all the charts on this. So I've created this. This is a pivot table here that I've created, and this is what I've done right here. Let me show you my fields. So yes, so this is a pivot table. So I need to create a chart. I need to create a slicer. So if I create a slicer here, I select the pivot table. Like I said, you have to select the pivot table or a table. So in this case, we are creating a slicer on a pivot table. So I've selected the pivot table. Then you go into a sort. Then you see the slicer icon will be enabled. You click on it, select the field on the table that you want to use as a slicer. So let me just use products. Yeah. So it has created a slicer on this sheet for me, but I will not be able to copy this across on Excel online. But I think you can do it on offline Excel. The Excel you have installed on your system, I think you should be able to copy across. But on online Excel, you can't do that. But the workaround that you can do, if I do copy here and come to my dashboard, I won't be able to paste. So that is Excel online for you. But the workaround, if you're using Excel online, but on, like I said, on the offline version that you locally in your system, you can do copy from here and paste over there. So what I would rather do here is to copy my my pivot table. I'm copying the pivot table. I can copy my pivot table across. I'm copying my pivot table from here then to my to this place, to my dashboard. Then I will select on my pivot. This is my pivot table on my dashboard. I select on it, then create my slicer here. Create my slicer here on products. So I'm able to create there. Someone is knocking at my door. Okay. I think the person has gone in. So I've been able to create my slicer here. I can move it around. Then after this slicer has been created, I can delete this guy. I've deleted the pivot table. Then I can format my domatic cleaner. Then I can move my pivots. I can move my slicer around where I want it to be on the on my dashboard. So this is my dashboard. So at the moment, if I click anything here, I don't think it's affecting any part of my dashboard. You can see it's not connected to any of the charts. It's not connected to any of the chart. So how do I connect it to the chart? Select the slicer, right click on it, then show settings, then go to the connection. Yeah. So select all the pivot that you want it to be connected to. So I want to be connected to all of this. I'm selecting to all of that. I'm selecting to all of this. I'm selecting this. Yeah. So automatically, when I close this, when I click on any of this product, you see my charts. You can see my chart is actually being interactive right now. You see? So that is the way we can create interactive chart. Interactive, yes, you can enable interactivity on your dashboard. So that is the workaround for online version of Excel. But for offline, the one you install on your machine, you can actually copy from wherever and you paste it paste it across. So uh, I think that is very straightforward and it's easy to understand that, right? But if you have any question, you can ask. So before you go into automation.